Hey everybody. So today we have a different type of workout because, not sure if you can see, but I sprained my ankle. So we are going to be doing a workout still, because just because something throws you a curveball doesn't mean you should give up totally, but of course use your brains. So we are going to be doing a lower bodiless arm and ab workout. So what that's going to mean, we're going to be sitting the whole time. You can always bring these on your feet or on your toes if you want to, but this is going to be a rendition for us to kind of work out if there's a day where maybe your feet, your ankles are hurting you, something like that. So it's still going to be a good workout. All you are going to need is a set of medium to light dumbbells or weights. If you have kettlebells, you can use a kettlebell. You can always use Bodyweight for an option, or you can also use, if you have like a small towel, you can always hold a towel really, really tight for some of these moves. I'll show you when you can incorporate those. So we are going to start with our warm-up. So sitting down, of course, because I want to put as little stress on my ankle as possible. So sitting down, you can take these standing up, kneeling, whatever you want. We're going to do some YTWs. So if you want to start arms open in a nice wide position, bring them back front and center. Your thumbs stay pointed to the air. Go to a T, back to the center, and then bend and do a W, a nice squeeze. So take just a few of those. Really squeeze every little movement. We only have 2 circuits. We go through them twice, so it's not anything crazy. We are going to be working for 45 seconds, so a little bit of a longer working period. And we're really going to be focusing on all different parts of our upper body and our core. We're going to be working on our shoulders, our biceps, our triceps, our chest, abs. Every part of your ab is going to get some love. Finish this last one here. We're going to stay down here and just go into some forward arm circles. Again, keeping our thumbs pointed towards the ceiling like you're giving a thumbs up. Take these as big or as small as you need to. If you need to really loosen them up, if you just want to take little ones, that's fine. And switch to the other side, or go backwards, I should say. Keeping our chest nice and proud, our shoulders rolled back. A few more seconds, we're just going to go into some oblique twists, but I'll show you these. 3, 2, 1. So staying sitting, I'm keeping my feet forward because laying on the ankle is weird. You're just going to very gently, left to right, keeping your lower body position nice and stable. You're not doing like a full oblique twist, tongue twister. You're just being real gentle, just kind of like rocking back and forth, just doing a nice little twist, nothing crazy. You're not hurting your back or anything, but we want to warm up those obliques for later. All right, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so like I said, each circuit is going to be a little bit of a longer circuit. Each circuit has about 5 workouts. We're going to be working for 45 seconds. Only twice through, and then we're going to cool down. There's no finisher today. It's not that type of day. So hopefully this will be a workout that is pretty easy, not so strenuous, but you're still going to get a ton of work. So we are going to get into it. I'm going to give us just a few seconds to warm up so it's easy for me to do the timer. We are going to start with forward rows with weights. Now if you have weights, I'm going to start with my little baby weights. You can also do this with a towel if you have a tight towel, or do a really, really, really tight fist for resistance. What it's going to look like, you're going to sit. I'm keeping my feet pointed towards the air because flat feet on the ground hurts me, but you can do flat feet. We're going to roll our shoulders back. You're going to dip back, almost kind of like I'm poking you in the belly. See how there's that little bit of a curve? We're not hunching forward. We're not arching our back. Just a nice little boop, even if you have to poke yourself in the belly to give yourself that. All right, get ready. I'm going to show you in 3, 2, 1. So holding your weights, palm down, you're going to reach forward and pull back, kind of keeping the weights kind of up and down straight. So almost kind of like we do for an Arnold press. So you start palms down and then twisting, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Keeping the weights kind of just about chest height, keeping those shoulders nice and rolled back. And you're gonna exhale on that squeeze. Inhale on that press out, exhale on that squeeze. Get ready here. We are almost down to 45 seconds in 3, 2, and last squeeze. Staying here, we are just gonna go right into an alternating Arnold press. Again, keeping that belly button, tilt a little bit back, roll the shoulders back. And we are keeping the weights right with our palms by our faces, and then twisting the palms out, right back down. You're gonna alternate. Now the thing I love too, this is kind of bittersweet. Of course, it sucks that standing and everything kind of hurts, but doing these upper arm workouts sitting down really makes you engage your core. So, keeping yourself nice and straight, you're not like tilting into it. Roll those shoulders back. 3, 2, 1, we're going right into it. So lay down on your backs. Again, check, make sure you should not be able to put your fingers through your lower back. Tilt that pelvis up. And we are doing a chest press. Now you can do these again with the towel. If you have a towel, pull it really, really tight so you have resistance. Exhaling on the press up. When you come down, kind of like a 45-degree angle. You're not flaring your elbows really far out like that. We have a few more seconds. I'm only not talking because I'm trying to do math in my head. And okay, perfect. So I think we're almost done in 3, 2, 1. So sit back up. We have tricep pushbacks. Now you can do these without weights, or with your weights, you're just gonna sit here upright, lean forward just a little bit, palms facing toward the ceiling, or if you're holding your weights, palm towards the ceiling. And we are just pushing our triceps and our palms towards the ceiling. You're not just flapping like a bird, nothing like that. You're really kind of squeezing. Almost kind of like maybe something's pushing down on you and you're really trying to push it back up and away. Like I said, you can do these with weights. You can do these without weights. You will still get that work. Okay, doing the math in my head to see how much more time we have. All right, 3, 2, 1. We are going to roll over for just a modified push-up. So on our knees, we got these for 45 seconds. So hands just about shoulder width apart. Tuck that belly. Squeeze your butt cheeks to engage your core. Because if you have loose butt cheeks and you do it, you're going to kind of arch your back like that. You don't want that. Tuck that pelvis. Squeeze the butt cheeks. Exhale on that squeeze up. Inhale on the way down. Keeping your elbows nice and tight to your body. You can do a wide push-up if you want, but just don't flare your elbows out. If you're gonna do a wide push-up, widen that stance with your arms. Otherwise, keep those hands right about shoulder width apart. And really spread your fingertips. Really spread all that weight into the palm of your hand and your fingertips so you're not getting a lot of that in your wrists. We have a few more seconds here. I didn't tell you guys, there's really no breaks in between the works, but I know you guys have got this. 3, 2, 1. All right, so roll over, give yourself a little shake out. We have that whole thing one more time through, then we're gonna go to our ab circuit. Again, we're gonna stay sitting down for them. Sitting down is a really great way to engage our core for arm workouts. Like I said, eliminating the lower half of your body makes your body engage whatever kind of center of gravity you currently have. So eliminating your legs, that next part is your abs. So that is making your body instinctively engage that core. So get ready, find your weights. I am going to try to do some bigger weights, so let me just get them over here so I have them easily accessible. If you're doing the forward rows, again, I never showed this, but if you're using a kettlebell, just hold each side, pushing out and still squeezing back. So, never showed you guys that. I should have. All right, get ready for those forward rows. Again, you could use these with a towel if you want to. You can use body weight only. Get ready. Sitting back, roll those shoulders back, knees a little bit towards the sky. I'm pointing my feet up. You can put them flat down. Roll the shoulders back and push back, just like someone's poking you in the belly button. The more you kind of tilt back, the more that you're gonna engage your core. All right, get ready in 3, 2, 1. So pushing out, inhale and squeeze on the way in. We have 45 seconds of these. Take these nice and slow. Kind of rack your shoulders, re-roll them back every time you need to. And even just holding the weight right out here. Do you feel that? Like, just hold it there for a second. You feel your abs shaking just a little bit? It's a good way to know that your core is engaged. We have about 15 more seconds. We're gonna go right into those alternating Arnold presses. I'm gonna up my weight for those just for a little bit of a challenge. 3, 2, 1. Go right into those weights. I'm changing mine very quickly. And I lost a weight there, so I'm losing a little bit of time. Making sure we're not flaring our rib cage when we're doing these. We still are tucking our abs in. We're still like someone's poking you in the belly button. You don't want to flare through your chest because then that means you're activating your lower back, and we do not want that. Biceps by the ears. Exhale on the way up. We have 3, 2, 1. Chest presses, lay down. I'm gonna keep my high weights. Press up, inhale on the way down, press up, exhale. Like a 45-degree angle. Like I said, don't flare your arms out like this. Let me see what the time we're at. Jesus, let's see. 1, 2, okay. Beautiful, we are about halfway through already. 45 seconds is a weird amount of time to do math in your head. Why did I pick that? All right. Exhaling again, activate that pelvis, tilt it down so our lower back is activated and flush with the floor. All right, we have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have those tricep pushbacks. You can do them with weights, palms towards the ceiling, like that, leaning forward, or you can drop the weights, flat palms, squeeze. Now make sure, see like how I'm pushing up, you can't see them, don't flare them out like this. You're keeping them kind of nice and tight together. It's not a big movement. It's just enough, because kind of the closer, almost kind of imagine like when you're lifting, you want to scoop up like a little pizza slice, like a triangle. You'll really feel your triceps activate a little bit more right there. We're about halfway through. Exhaling. I'm just tilting my head so I can see the camera and I can look at my timer. Keep your neck neutral, please. Of course, unless if you're watching me. We have less than 5 seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Switch right over into our modified push-ups on our knees. You can do a wide if you started with a tricep. If you started with a wide, you can switch to a tricep. Exhaling on the way up, inhaling on the way down, keeping those elbows nice and tight to your body. Really pressing all that weight through your palms. When you go down right here, you shouldn't feel any strain in one particular part of your hand. You shouldn't feel pain in your wrist. You're not doing a push-up like back here. Your arms and your wrist should be under your shoulders. We have about 5 seconds left. 3, get one more push-up in. 2, and 1. Get like a little child's pose here. Stretch out those arms. All right, take a break. I'm gonna hobble over and get some of my stuff out of the way here. So, get this one weight out of the way here. So you are not going to need 2 weights for this one. If you have a towel, we're using weights, you only need one. You can use a kettlebell, or if you're using the towel, you can do that, or of course, body weight is always an option. So while you guys are still resting, I'm gonna go through our workouts really quick. So once we get started, we can go right into them. Again, we're gonna go one after another. You'll get the break after the circuit, and then we cool down. So our first is going to be a Russian twist. Preferably if you have a weight or a towel, that's ideal. Otherwise, keep your hands kind of close together like you're fist bumping yourself. You could interlace your fingers. So that same position we were at the very beginning, toes pointed up, knees a little bit towards the sky, roll your shoulders back and tip back like someone's poking you in the belly button, elbows out like this, and using the weight as a guide. And your elbows as a guide, following your gaze to do the Russian twist. You shouldn't be like bicycling your legs. You shouldn't be like flailing like this. Keep your shoulders back and moving just through the obliques. The weight, your elbows do not have to touch the ground. If they do, that's great. For more of a challenge, you can float your feet in the air if you have that hip flexor stability. After that, we are going to, you can stay here on your forearms, or you can take it down on the ground, flat arms, or you can do head in your hands with your shoulders off the ground. We're doing leg lower, so with your feet flat towards the sky, you're going to inhale your legs as far down as you can go without activating your lower back. Legs as far down as you can go, exhale on the way up. We have leg lowers here for 45 seconds. Again, you can keep them up here if you need a little bit more stability. Your legs can bend a little bit. They do not have to be super straight pins. After that, we have bicycles. So we're gonna lay down, hands behind our head, lifting our shoulders off the ground. Knees 90 degrees tabletop. Opposite elbow, opposite knee. Back to center. Opposite elbow, opposite knee. Back to center, keeping our shoulder blades off the ground. Even here, if you notice your back's on the ground and you're just tilting like this, as opposed to your shoulders off the ground, you really feel that activation. After the bicycles, we have toe reaches. So again, laying down, feet towards the ceiling. If you need a little bend, that's fine. Keeping your fingertips straight towards the sky, tucking your chin, using your abs to lift yourself, not your neck. We're not doing this. Tuck your chin so you don't activate your neck. And using your abs, reach towards your toes. You don't have to touch them, but just trying to connect your fingertips to your toes like that, you'll be using your core. After that, we have roll-ups. I love these. These are not like a full sit-up because I'm worried more about your roll down to activate your core. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna be nice and straight on the ground, tucking your chin. You're gonna lift yourself up. You don't have to touch your toes. If you can get a nice little extra stretch. And staying here, engaging your core, go really, really, really slow, vertebrae by vertebrae, lowering yourself back down to the ground, and then you do it again. It's not so much, like I said, about that lift up. Of course, use your chin. Don't use your neck to hoist yourself up. And very slowly lowering yourself back down. That'll really engage kind of the slower and middle part of your core. So those are our workouts. That's our ab circuit. 2 times through, 45 seconds. Everyone get ready for the Russian twist with your weight, your towel, body weight. 3, 2, 1. Rolling the shoulders back. Exhale on that twist. Exhale on that twist. And really keeping those feet planted hard in the ground. That's going to help you not activate and engage your knees. Get a nice little squeeze. We're not doing like a big race for these. And following that gaze, you're not just looking and doing this. Following that gaze is really going to give you that extra deep oblique twist. You'll really feel it deep in those muscles. We're a little bit more than halfway through. Oh my, it gets dry in our basement. About 10 more seconds. And then we have those leg lowers. 3, 2, 1. Safely set your weight to the side. Leg lowers, I'm gonna stay flat here, keeping our back flat to the ground. Inhaling as far down as you can go, exhaling on the way up. Sometimes I like to keep just like my thumbs just kind of under my butt. That gives you a little bit of extra stability. Really press those hands, those triceps, those forearms into the ground. And only go as far down as you can. If you can only go here, that's fine. If you're making it all the way down, floating them to the ground, that's awesome. We have about halfway through. A little bit more than halfway through. 3, 2, 1. What do we have next? Bicycle. So stay down here. Hands in, cradling your head, shoulders off the ground. Opposite elbow to opposite shoulder. Give a little weight. Opposite elbow to opposite shoulder. Bring yourself back to tabletop. Squeeze, exhale, back to tabletop. Now keeping your shoulders off the ground, even just a little bit, is really going to engage that core. You will really feel that. We have about 20 more seconds, about halfway through. Now take these nice and slow. 45 seconds is a long time. After all that stuff, your core should be like, ooh, tired. All right, we have 3, 2, 1. What do we have next? Toe reaches. Feet towards the sky. And reaching those fingertips towards the toes, tucking your chin. We're not just like limp fishing our neck. That's going to be really bad for our neck. Tucking our chin helps engage our core and make sure we're not straining our neck. Now, like I said, you don't have to touch your toes. If you can, that's awesome. It's more just like that movement. A toe reach doesn't actually mean you have to grab your toes every time. We have about 10 seconds left, 15 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and our roll-ups. So I kind of sat up, I'll touch my toes. Very, very slowly roll yourself down, keeping our chin tucked, using our core to lift ourselves up. A nice little stretch, and very slowly hip by lower vertebrae, then your shoulder, then your neck. Kind of exhaling on that squeeze up. This one is so slow, but you will feel it in kind of all those parts of your abs. It's a good one. We have about 15 seconds left. We'll get a nice little break. We do this all over again, and then we will cool down. Tucking that chin. 3, 2, 1. You can give yourself a nice little stretch from your abs here. Nice little cat stretch. Okay. We have that whole thing one more time through. So you're not using any part of your lower body. I don't know about you, but my abs are a little bit sore. So we have that whole thing one more time through. Then we have a very quick cool down, and you have the rest of your day to enjoy. So we have those Russian twists with the weights, or a towel, or body weight. If you do body weight, really, really, really tight fists. That tension is gonna make a huge, huge difference. All right, everyone get ready here. In 3, 2, 1, roll the shoulders back, tuck through the belly button, and twist, back to center, and twist, back to center. Exhale on that twist. And when you twist, you can kind of roll yourself back just the littlest tiny bit to give yourself an extra ab work. You can feel it if you just kind of give yourself, like 1 or 2 inches in that twist. Taking it nice and slow. These do not need to be big, fast workouts. I kind of prefer moving a little bit slower for an ab workout anyway, because you can really feel everything activating. If you want to float your feet, you can. I just do not feel like doing that today. 2, 1. We have our leg lowers. So however you want to do it, heads in your hands, flat. If you want to get on your forearms, that's fine. Inhale down, exhale up. You can, if you're doing like I'm doing, flat on your back, you can lift your head off the ground, kind of tuck your chin for a little tiny bit more core activation. Whew, I don't know about you, but my core is tired. Whew. This one is definitely activating parts of my core that haven't been woken up in a little while. Exhale, that squeeze up. If you need to lower or like change how low you're going, that's fine. Because if you start to feel it in your back, you're going too low, and that's not activating your core. You shouldn't feel it in your back. 3, 2, 1. We have the bicycles next. So stand down here, head in your hands. Tabletop position, opposite knee to opposite elbow. And back to center, kind of lifting your shoulders up a little bit every single time you make it back to center. Whew, I'm feeling this one. Oh my goodness. After those Russian twists, your obliques should be on fire. Whew. We have about 10 more seconds here. Sorry, I'm like blanking for a minute, trying to do all this math. Whew. 3, 2, 1. We have toe reaches. That's right, so stay down here. Tuck your chin. Reach for those toes. 45 seconds here, and then we are done. We have one more, but we are done with these. And then we cool down. Now my knees are bent just a little tiny bit. That's fine, because your legs are getting tired. If they're shaking too much when they're straight, that's fine. Don't push yourself. You're still doing that toe reach movement, tucking your chin. You should not feel it in your neck or your back. Whew, about 10 more seconds, not even. 3, 2, 1. Now we're doing our roll-ups. So, tucking our chins, lifting up through our core. We're not hoisting ourselves with our neck and our chin. And a very, very, very slow roll back down. Again, you're not like using your arms to hoist yourself up like that. That's not helping you. If you need to take it really slow, that is fine. But using all of that work, really kind of squeezing your legs together too, really squeezing through your butt, tucking your chin, really, really squeezing those lower legs helps you not use your neck or your back. Few more seconds. Exhale on that squeeze up. Nice, slow and controlled roll down. Last one here. All right, take it really, really extra, extra, extra slow here. Slow, slow release. Whew. All right, so our cool down is gonna stay down here because my ankle does not want me to be standing up. So we are just gonna start with a tricep stretch. So start with your left arm in the sky, bend it back, taking your right hand, pulling on that elbow just a little tiny bit to get a tricep stretch, a nice tricep release there. Whew, after those push-ups, those tricep pushbacks, all that stuff, get a nice little stretch there. And shake that one out. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So reach that right arm behind your head, and then using your left hand to kind of just give it a little bit of an extra stretch. You shouldn't feel any pinching or straining. It should just feel like a nice little release. From here, we're gonna do a chest opener. So you can sit down, you can interlace your hands behind your back, like so. And then just stretch back as far as you can. You can lean a little bit forward. I like to kind of roll my neck when I do these. Get a little bit of an extra neck relief there. You can kind of do like little rocks as long as you're not pinching. And then from here, we're gonna do a nice oblique stretch. So lifting our arms straight above our head, twisting a little bit to the right, dropping our hand, if you can go down to your forearm, and reaching your left arm up and over to the sky, and then kind of opening yourself up a little bit. Don't twist yourself in like this. Kind of open your chest just a little bit. Really feel that stretch all in that side body. And take it back to the center. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So drop that left arm, that left hand down. Let that right arm kind of hang wherever it lies. Open yourself up just a little bit in case you're tired, you're doing one of these. Beautiful. Awesome. And that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this workout. It's a nice little way where, you know, if a certain part of your body that normally you would use for a workout doesn't mean an entire workout is in the garbage. You can always find alternatives, of course, based on how you're feeling, what your body is telling you, but there are always alternatives to what you want to do. So I really hope you enjoyed this workout. I hope you're tired, I hope you're sweaty, and I hope to see you guys next time.